Oh my goodness. So modern etiquette with Elaine Swann. Listen, I am here to help you today. And what I love about this particular concept is I get stopped by people all the time that ask me etiquette questions. And they say, listen, it doesn't matter whether or not they're in the boardroom or at a wedding or whatever it is. And I say to them, that's fine if you ask me a question, but I'm going to use it for content. So it might be a blog. It might be, some information on my social media. But now it's on the podcast. So I am thrilled about this opportunity to be able to just share my advice and kind of help folks along the way. And I love, love, love questions. I don't know if it's because I love getting into people's business and just kind of listening to what they have to say, but I love to answer questions because things are so unique. But I tell you, if one person asks the question, then another person is probably thinking it as well. So one of the things that I love to do is read Reddit. Reddit is a treasure trove of stuff. And so I have my producer, Kelly, here with me today. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Miss Swann. Elaine Swann. I am so excited to be here today and producing this amazing show. Talk about timely.
Yeah.
I mean, kindness does matter,
It does.
and etiquette is so important to kindness. So thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here. And you know what? I have to tell you all, listen, Kelly is my longtime producer. A lot of folks don't know. I used to host a talk show, which I do not want to host a talk show. I don't want to host another talk show, but I did it for 10 years and it was a local show. Loved it. But I love running my business because I'm a business woman, right? But Kelly was my producer on the talk show, and now she's producing my podcast. So
And here we go,
All
Elaine.
right. Okay, so Kelly, let's go ahead and get into our first Reddit question.
Oh, awesome. Sure. This Reddit question, the subject was in the subject head, it was, what is the etiquette for children's birthday parties? My daughter is 3 and has been invited to her first non-family birthday party at a soft play. I have a few questions. How much is reasonable to spend on a gift for a birthday girl? Is it acceptable for both me and my wife to attend? Should just one of us show up? And the last one, should we arrive early, late, or on time? And is there anything else I should know?
Oh, okay. I love it. Okay, so first birthday party that's outside of the family. First and foremost, I would say to this family, and this is a question I get often in terms of siblings, if there are siblings, if you have children, the invitation you have received is for the child who is on the invitation alone. So do not just drag siblings along to the birthday party. Instead, try to find out something else that they can do. The other thing is, if you cannot get a sitter, or if you just, really need to bring the other child with you, maybe you're new to town or what have you, ask the folks who are hosting the birthday party first if it's all right for you to bring the siblings. So that's number one. Number two, mom and or dad can attend. It just depends on what it's going to be like as far as the party is concerned, right? So mom or dad can attend. Now, what to get as far as the gift is concerned, this is where you want to connect with the parents and simply ask them, what is your child into right now? Are they into, I'm not going to name people's toys because they need to pay me to say that. But are they into this toy and that toy or this game or that game, right? And so find out what the child is enjoying at that particular time and try to purchase a gift around that particular thing. And then in terms of what time to arrive, the thing is, try not to arrive to the party too early because especially with children's parties or any party, don't get there too early because the host is just doing those last minute fine-tune things to fine-tune the party. And when you arrive early, you are in the way. And etiquette is about putting others at ease. And so we want to make sure that we are not making the host feel uneasy because we're there hanging around their house. So just arrive either on time, a few minutes after is just fine. If you're going to be extremely late, and this is where we're talking about 30 minutes, 45 minutes or something like that, let the host know in advance. Sometimes maybe it's babysitter dropping off the pets or whatever it is. If you're going to be really late, just let them know. So this way they can continue on with their festivities and don't have to worry about who's not there. Because when you're hosting parties, often you enjoy the folks who are there, but when you've invited people, it's almost like you've got one eye on the door looking for the folks that did not not, that say they're coming, but they're not there yet. So anyway, that's what you do as far as that's concerned. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and listen to some questions from more viewers. We'll be right back. Hey. All right, we are back from our commercial. And one of the things about this show, Modern Etiquette with Elaine Swann, is my goal is to help answer your questions, your modern etiquette questions. I love helping people out with the challenges that they have. So we've got some folks who've sent in their questions to us via voice notes, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Kelly, what is our first question?
Our first question is a thank you note question.
My next door neighbor sent me a thank you note and a $20 gift card for a favor I did. I feel very awkward about this. What should I do?
All right, so your next door neighbor sent you a thank you note and you feel awkward. Embrace the awkward and just be grateful for the thank you note. Here's the thing. Oftentimes people will give us a thank you note or something like that, and we feel as though we have to go above and beyond. And so you can't do this tennis match thing as far as thank yous are concerned. You did something nice. They said thank you. Be gracious and receive the thank you. When you see them next time, simply just wave and say, I received your note, and anytime or what have you, but you don't have to do anything else. See, folks always feel awkward when people do nice things for them. And so my recommendation is to just embrace the awkward, be graceful, and enjoy the rest of your life. And it is good. I'm glad to hear that you did something nice for your neighbor, because that is the type of world we should live in. Whether you are, helping a neighbor out in terms of bringing their trash cans in, or maybe you see a gift by the door that's, packaged by their door that's been left out, and you see that it's, been there for a short time and you really want to protect them, grab that, send them a text message. That's one good thing that we can do as far as connecting with our neighbors is concerned, is to make sure that we exchange our contact information with our neighbors. When you do this, you now are forging a relationship and a bond with your neighbors. So because you have your neighbor's contact information, you can do a couple things. You can let them know that there's a package that's been delivered or that you're holding it for them because you wanted to keep it safe. When you want to host your party, you can make sure that you contact your neighbor and tell them, listen, reach out to me if the music gets a little too loud, or if you want to use their parking spot that's next door, you can do that as well. So the key is to just make yourself a nice neighbor. Be neighborly and do kind things. And when the person says thank you, simply say you're welcome. You do not need to go above and beyond and send another thank you for another thank you. So you might feel a little bit awkward, but that's what life looks like. So when you see your neighbor, wave to them, say, I got your card, and that's it. All right. I think we're ready for our next question.
Good. Sounds good. Okay. So we got a question here. Someone sent in, and I love this title, The Birthday Ambush.
Ooh.
So,
okay.
Hi, Elaine. We were recently invited to a friend's 40th birthday party and asked to make a charitable donation in lieu of a gift, which was fun. This was a couple of weeks ago. We have to travel 6 hours each way and get a hotel room. We received an email this morning from the host, our friends, with restaurant details, and they were asking that we kindly pay for our own meals and drinks. I've never heard of anything like this, and we were surprised and offended. It's going to be a $300 meal, and they make over $500,000 a year. I'm assuming this isn't proper, but what would you do in this instance? We've got a hotel room and we confirm that we're already coming. Do you let people know that this just isn't right? And if so, how do you tell them without ruining a friendship? Thanks in advance for your advice, Elaine.
So this is a tricky one because you've already got the hotel room. You've already said yes that you're going to attend, and you're just now finding out that you're going to have to pay for this event. So my recommendation is, if you are going to find yourself in a financial bind, let's say, for example, you do go ahead and move forward with the trip. You've got the hotel room, you did this, but now you're having to pay for food and drink and all this stuff, and it just doesn't work in your budget. Before you leave is the time to tell the person. It will feel awkward But before you leave is the time to tell them. And here's why. If you take this trip and you put yourself in a bind, you are going to resent the host. In addition to that, you're going to put yourself in a bad situation. So my recommendation is to not do that. So now you got to figure out exactly what to say and how to say it. Okay. So be mindful of the means in which you share this information. Technology doesn't always transfer emotion well. And so with that being said, a text message may not do it. So this might require a phone call or even a voice note if you have to do it. And let the person know, listen, I know we planned on going and I'm so grateful that you invited us. But now that we have looked at the total cost of everything, this is not something that we're going to be able to participate in. But I definitely want to be able to celebrate you. So why don't we make some plans to get together another time? And that's it. Don't try to tell the person what they should do and should not do and how they should host a party and so on and so forth. One thing about etiquette that we always have to keep in mind is we don't want to go around correcting people unless they're paying you or they've asked for your opinion. So there's no need for you to teach them a lesson in this. You just set your own boundaries and say, I cannot do this. This will not work for us, and leave it at that. They might not be very happy about it, but the thing is, the end justifies the means. And the end of this is that you do not spend money that you're not supposed to or does not fit into your budget. Now, if it does fit into your budget and you're okay with doing that, if they did things the wrong way and it's a little bit backwards, if you choose to participate, go ahead and participate and enjoy yourself. If you can't, don't do it. If you can, then just go right ahead and do it. All right. So I think what we're going to do now is go ahead and take another little break, and then we'll come back and I'm going to answer our last question of the day. I'll be right back. All right. Well, we are back with our final question of the day. Producer Kelly, what have you got for me?
Well, we have a question in regards to stepchildren.
Ooh,
this is a good one.
This is always really tricky with folks. Okay. All right. I'm listening.
Hi there. So my stepchildren are now in serious relationships. My stepson is married and my stepdaughter has a live-in boyfriend. My question is, when buying gifts for Christmas, birthdays, etc., should I spend the same amount on the kids and their significant others? Thanks so much.
So I'm listening to this question and I'm hearing the stepchildren, and I think this person is saying the daughter, that it's the live-in, right? And then the live-in has some children. Is that correct? I think so.
That's right. The stepdaughter has a live-in boyfriend, and the stepson is married, and she's wondering, well, I mean, one's married, one's not. Do I still spend the same for buying gifts? And should it be the same amount?
Okay. No. Here's the thing with gift giving, folks. All right. First of all, gift giving has much more to do with your own personal budget. So when it's time for you to give out gifts for the holiday season, think about the overall amount of money that you're going to spend. That's the first thing. The second thing you want to think about is, what will this person enjoy? An individual who loves to journal or something like that, you might be able to find some cute little journal that's under $20 with a nice pen or something like that. But then another person may like some sort of technology-driven sort of gadget or what have you, and that might cost a little bit more. So the amount that you spend on the gift does not have anything to do with the relationship that you have with the individual. It has everything to do with what the individual enjoys. Okay. So what I mean by that is, go on a reconnaissance mission, figure out what that person likes and what they enjoy, and then purchase the gift based upon that. We don't want to set certain dollar amounts based upon the relationship that we have with an individual, especially if it is a family type relationship. So it just has to be meaningful. That's the thing we want to think about gift giving in this particular instance, is that the gift is meaningful. It's meaningful to the individual. Don't purchase a gift that you think that you think you want them to have. Instead, purchase a gift that's going to give them surprise and delight, and they're going to enjoy that particular gift. So don't think anything as far as the relationship and the children and who gets this much and who gets that much. Instead, what will that person enjoy? And that will give you your particular point on exactly what you're going to get for that person. All right. So keep that in mind as far as gift giving is concerned. You know, one of the things that I have to think about as far as gift giving is I love to go on people's social media and look at things that they like. And if someone's talking about something all the time, that will give me an idea and say, ooh, okay, this person loves to cook because they're always doing this, or this person is always posting or liking gadgets. So social media is your friend when it comes to trying to figure out what a person likes as far as gifts are concerned. All right. All right. Well, that's our final question for today. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
It went by so fast.
It did. This is so fun. I love this. I love it because these are real life questions that people have as far as their lives and their livelihood and everything is concerned. And so I think it's really important for us to just really make sure that we're tapping into what people really like, what they enjoy, helping them with those situations and moving forward.
That's right, Elaine. So do we have anything that we'd like to tell our listeners and have them come back and all that good stuff?
Yes, absolutely. I want us to make sure that we are tuning in. I want you to tune in. I want you to like. I want you to share. I want you to tell folks about this podcast. This is really great. Here's the thing about it. This is not the last time that I'm going to be here with you. I want you to know this. If you have an etiquette question that you'd like to ask, I would love to hear from you. So I want you to do this. Email your questions to questions@elaineswann.com, or you can create a voice memo and email that to me, and then I will make sure that I share it right here on the podcast. I want you to also get my free etiquette tips and advice at my website, which is elaineswann.com. That's Swann with 2 N's. Modern Etiquette with Elaine Swann is brought to you by Imagine Podcasting. It's sponsored by investor and strategic business consultant Dr. John Sanders. Our producer is Kelly Davis. Our chief audio engineer and editor is Chris Swan. Our intern is Will Harrison. Our theme song is Up and Coming, written and composed by Chris Swan.